Last year, I grew all of my social media platforms massively, and I'm talking Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, YouTube. When I'm talking about followers, I'm talking about thousands and thousands of followers. And in this video, I'll be sharing some practical things that I did that helped me to grow. The first thing you need to do is to decide how many times realistically can I post in a week? Can I post 7 days a week? Can I post once a week? Can I post 3 times a week? What days do I choose? What times do I choose? After you have picked a schedule, the next thing to do is actually As you all know, last year I grew all of my social media platforms massively, and I'm talking Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, YouTube, and guys, when I'm talking about followers, I'm talking about thousands and thousands of followers. And yeah, I did a lot to make this happen. Trust me. And in this video, I'll be sharing some practical things that I did that helped me to grow. So if you're interested, sit back and relax. Hello guys, and welcome to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Cheta and I create content in Abuja, Nigeria. You are welcome. Make sure that you click the subscribe button down below so that you are part of this family. To my returning guys, welcome back. Thank you guys so much for your love and your support. I really appreciate you guys. Okay guys, please do not forget to subscribe, like, and share this video because it will be really helpful, and of course it does help me out as well. And yeah, without a lot of rambling, let's just jump into today's video. And I'm sure you all know what today's video is all about. Today I'm here to spill tea. I mean, someone particularly requested for this and I've even been thinking about it. So of course I'm here to share a few practical things that helped me to grow my following. I started last year, 2024, I think 1st of January, with about maybe 4,000 subscribers, and I ended the year with almost 54,000 subscribers. I gained at least 50,000 subscribers, and that's so massive. And I'm here to tell you guys how I did it, because of course I did something. Yeah, it did not just happen by me just doing anything. I did something. I had a list of things that I'll be going one after the other, and yeah, you guys should just stay glued. Okay, the first thing you need to do is to decide how many times realistically can I post in a week. How many times realistically can I post? Can I post 7 days a week? Can I post once a week? Can I post 3 times a week? What days do I choose? What times do I choose? You need to actually make that pick. Now, making that pick is the first step, because you need to decide. If it's not realistic, don't lie to yourself. If you know you cannot post 7 days a week, don't do it because person A is doing it. Actually pick what's practical and what's doable on your own end. So when you now decide that, oh, okay, I want to post 5 times a week, I want to post once a week, then decide on the day and the time. Consistency here. So if you're telling your viewers that every Tuesday by 6 p.m. if you come here you will see a new video, you have to stick by it. Like, you have to stick by it. So that's why deciding and actually mapping out a time and a day is very important. It helps people to know when to expect things from you, and it's one thing that actually helps me grow. I consistently release content every single day within the evening around 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. I did not have a particular fixated time, but around 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. every day throughout the whole of 2024, I released a new video. Pick a day, pick a time, pick a consistent schedule that you know you can stick by, and lock that down. That is the first step to actually getting through to your audience this year. After you have picked a schedule, the next thing to do is actually coming up with a content plan. This doesn't have to be anything over the top. Personally, this is what my content plan looks like. I just map out the day. Like I said, I want to post every day, 7 days a week, and in that 7 days a week, I create 7 short form content and 1 long form content, which goes out every Fridays by 4 p.m. Now, when you map this out, like I said, it doesn't have to be anything over the top. Just map out the timeline that you have created before with your content plan. What this content plan actually does is to help you pre-plan. So if you're telling yourself that on this week, this is all I schedule to bring out, now it helps you to do all of the things that are necessary to make sure that that video comes out. So if you need to shoot, you need to script, you need to edit, it will make you pre-plan, because you know that you have a video to come out on Tuesday. So you now have to do all of the behind the scenes things that you need to do to make sure that that video comes out by 7 p.m. on Tuesday. That is what the content plan does. Now, the next thing that actually helped me out is having a more like a dump for all of your content ideas. So this can just be a note on your phone. Whenever ideas come, put them in, no matter how patchy, how unrealistic, how it doesn't make sense, write them down. Now, what this does is that a lot of time there's something called writer's blocks, like writer's block. Like for me now, a lot of ideas stream and pop into my head, and at that minute it's not making sense, but later on it begins to make a lot of sense, and I go back there and fine-tune them to use them later. That is what this content plan or this content book does for you. So just go there, put out exhaustively any idea that comes to your head, and write them down. Even if it doesn't make any sense at that moment, write it down. You just will see the benefit of it later on. Another magic tool that you need to adopt in your content creation journey this year, 2025, if you want to excel, is scripting. What this does is that it helps you fine-tune your ideas. Have you seen some people's content online that it is good, but you know that it was not well thought out? And that is where scripting doesn't come into play. If you script, it now helps you pre-plan, pre-think it out well. It helps the idea actually blossom properly. So if you're not one who scripts, start scripting. And what I mean by scripting, this doesn't have to be over the top. Let me give an example. You want to film a day in your life, right? Map out an activity. Oh, I wake up, maybe I shoot when I'm getting out of bed, I stand up, drink water. Those are the things you write down. Drink water, walk to the bathroom, bathroom rather, brush my teeth, come back, say a prayer. So you're just outlining those things you will do, right? So that it makes sense, so that it makes you more aligned to do it in that sequential manner, as compared to someone who just gets up and films a vlog without any scripting. It is just all over the place. It just helps you to be a lot more intentional about the content that you release. So if you're not one who scripts, actually start scripting, because it helps out with organizing and presenting that thought idea in a very, very, very beautiful way. It will help you tell your story better, and your audience will be more appreciative of that. If someone comes and stumbles on your channel for the first time and they see how well your content, your storyline, your storytelling is pre-thought out, it's scripting that does that, and you will see it will help them subscribe to your channel. So make sure that this year you start scripting. Is one beautiful thing that you need to adopt on your platform this year. Another thing that I started to do in 2024, and I saw the impacts, because a lot of you kept saying, Cheta, your voiceovers, how do you come up with them? They are beautiful, they are captivating. I started writing down my voiceovers. It sounds insane, right? But I do write out my voiceovers. Now, I write out my voiceovers because it helps me align my thoughts and the things I'm going to be saying properly. Before then, I used to just say it off of my head, and I realized that maybe I was either stuttering, or I was not making any sense, or I was just not using my vocabulary properly. But when you write it down, it helps you to think it through, restructure where necessary, and you sound more eloquent. That's why people say, oh, Cheta, you sound eloquent. It's not because that's how I sound 24/7. I mean, it's because I structure it better. I write it down. And then, very importantly, when you are speaking out, like when you are saying out your voiceovers, make sure that you are not saying them like you are reading them down. You are saying them like you would actually usually say it out. Like the way you would speak, the way you would not read, the way you would speak, so that it looks like it's not something that you are reading. It looks like something that you are actually saying from your head, okay, if that makes any sense. And also, a lot of times people are always asking me, Cheta, how do you align your voiceovers to the video recording? Like what you're showing is what you're saying. Because me, I find it difficult, because whenever I try to do that, it's not aligning. I plan to make a separate video on how I create my voiceovers for my videos. And if it's something you're interested, just let me know in the comment section, and I'll let you know how I am able to align what I say to what I see, to what you see, and just makes it flow better, basically. So yeah, you guys should look out for that video. It will come up very soon, very, very soon, okay? Another thing, and what this one did particularly is help me to be consistent, is actually pre-planning and pre-shooting my content ahead. The truth is that we are human beings, and a lot of things are bound to happen. You might tell yourself that I want to release this video on Tuesday, and then something happens that prevents you from releasing it. So one thing that personally I do is that I try to pre-plan my content. And as it stands right now, I already have majorly content for the next 3 weeks, and that's because if anything happens, I have something that I'm about to give out, and that is where pre-planning comes into play. Do not just shoot and edit and post, and shoot and edit and post. Pre-plan, pre-shoot, schedule ahead, because you don't know about anything. Nobody knows tomorrow. Unforeseen circumstances, things might come up. But when you pre-plan, it helps you to be aligned. That way you are making sure to meet up with that schedule that you have already mapped out at the beginning of your journey. Okay, trying out a lot of editing and shooting trends. An example is, you've seen videos from different angles. That's one thing I tried to start doing last year. So I'm filming a particular scene but from different angles. It just makes the user more, the person watching rather, not the user, more glued, more engaging. It makes the video more engaging. That's just a word. So trying out different angles, trying out all this. You see some people, they do text behind, they do text on the screen, they just do a lot of things, editing with intentionality, zooming in and out effect. You see all of that. So those are part of the things that you can incorporate to help your videos do better this year, 2025. So just try out a lot of editing hacks you've seen online that really come into play, and you'll see how well they would help you out. Okay. Another very important thing that I want to mention is that try not to tell too much but show. So instead of you to be telling a story, show us, not tell us. That's the word. I learned it from, I don't know who, I watched a video that told me that, and I just picked that up. Instead of telling people, narrating, talking, show them. Instead of telling people, okay, how you can go to Lagos is from Lagos to Abuja, show them you actually boarding a bus from Lagos to Abuja and doing. People are visual, humans are visual. We like to see, and we resonate to seeing more. So if you're someone who wants to do a lot of sit down videos, find ways where you can incorporate b-rolls where you are showing and doing and yada yada yada. It will help a whole lot, instead of just sitting down and talking in a particular frame, no engaging, nothing. It can get really boring, especially if you're not a great storyteller. Okay. Another thing, and I've talked about this a lot of times, short form content. If you are not doing short form content on any or every of your platform, then you are missing out. When I mean short form content, I mean YouTube shorts, reels, Facebook reels, TikToks. They are short form videos. People have this attention span thing right now in the world right now. Everyone has the attention span struggle. So people want to see a recipe video that would usually take 2 hours in 10 seconds or 30 seconds or 1 minute. So short form video is something that, if you are not leveraging on it, I've said this a lot of times, is one thing that took my channel from point A to point B. So if you want to see growth on your channel this year, take short form videos seriously. Like I said, personally, I release 7 short form videos every week. You don't have to do that. Pick whatever works for you. If it's 2, if it's 3, if it's 4, do that and release it, and let people see you and continue to see you, and you will see that they might not even know when they start subscribing and just getting obsessed with your content and just loving you. And that will just be the beginning of where your content journey will just keep skyrocketing. Okay. Another important thing to mention is call to actions. If you're someone who watched a lot of my video, you'll see whenever I do this, I'll say, would you love to visit this? Or have you been here? Tell me your experience. Like, you're calling your users to actually comment. Now, when they comment, it will tell the algorithm that they're enjoying what they saw, and they will keep recommending the videos to others. So if you're not one who does a lot of call to actions in your videos, tell me your experience with this. Maybe you tell a story and then you say, tell me your experience with this in the comment section, or what do you think about this? Start incorporating call to actions to your videos. It did help my channel a whole lot, because I would ask, what do you think about this? And of course, it will come with a lot of backlash. People would say a lot of whatever they choose and they please to say, but it does help out with the algorithm, because when people start commenting, it just tells them, oh, okay, this video might be nice, let's keep recommending it, and that might just do the magic for you. Okay. And another thing to focus on, if you're someone who is not intentional about that, and I know a lot of people are not, your captions and your thumbnails. Captions, I mean, maybe take, for instance, you want to make egusi soup, right? Instead of you to just say egusi soup, you can make it the best egusi soup in history. Like, create a caption that people will be like, what is this? They might not even want to watch the video, but when they see the caption on their notification box, they'll just click on it because of out of curiosity. So make sure that your captions are engaging. My first time on a flight, this is where things went wrong. Like, use captions that just take people into curiosity and they really want to tap and watch that video. Captions, same thing with thumbnails. If you're not someone who uses thumbnails for both your short form and long form videos, you need to start. Now, make sure that whatever it is that is on your thumbnail is something that people see and they are really like, oh, what's going on? Oh, what's going on? And they click to want to watch more. So yeah, capitalize on thumbnails and subtitles, because they are very, very key factors as to whether people will watch your video. Also, the first 3 seconds of your videos are very important. So if you're someone who begins your videos by saying, hi guys, hello guys, well, subscribe to my channel, before you finish saying that, a lot of people have scrolled past. But if you're someone who starts your video and say, this is how I jumped a bus from Lagos to Ilorin, you've already created that curiosity, and people are like, oh, okay. That's why you see these days, nobody goes and starts doing hello guys, hello guys. So if you're still doing that, you need to change. Start with that 3 seconds. Like I said, it matters. So start with something that will actually arouse people's interest to actually want to watch that video further. It does help out a lot. Okay, if you're not picking anything from this video, make sure you pick that. Originality. I know this sounds very cliche, but it's very important. Do not be a complete copycat. I've seen a lot of people's videos that you can clearly tell this is a complete copycat of another creator. Don't be that. It just makes you look cringy. Of course, you can copy good things, but always add your uniqueness. It just creates your own authenticity. It just adds your own authenticity to it. Take, for instance, you see someone's video where they did a particular thing, like maybe they made a particular recipe, and you see that recipe and that recipe sparked something in your head. Just add your own uniqueness to it so that it just doesn't come off as if you went and copied that item. Or some people, they copy people's voiceovers, the way they talk and the way they narrate their voiceovers. You can clearly tell that this person is trying to copycat another creator. That should not be your focus. Your focus should be what? Of course, get inspiration from other creators, but add your own unique spice to it. That is what makes you you, and that is what people would see in you and love you. So if you're trying so hard to copy a creator, stop that, because you're just not helping yourself out. And like I said, I've seen a lot of people that do this. They just try to copy the way a creator does their voiceovers or their edits or a lot of things. They just try to copy a creator verbatim. It just doesn't tell good for you, of you rather. So just make sure you stick to your own path. Of course, get inspiration, pick a few things, but add your own uniqueness, because that just makes it authentic to you and your audience. Okay, consistency. I don't even know how to overflog that, but you need to be consistent. You need to be in people's faces for them to repetitively watch your videos and love you and your person. So consistency is not even, I'm not even going to flog on it, but you all already know. Be consistent, show up, and people would love you and what you do. Okay, I think this is a summary of what I did last year that actually helps me grow my channel. And I know that if you adopt a few of these, you'll come back and testify, because I know these things just took my channel through the roof. It just took my social media, not just my channel, because talking about growth, it was not just my channel, my Instagram, my TikTok, my Facebook, my YouTube, everything grew last year. And all thanks to all of these things I have listed. And then, of course, to God, of course. I hope this was helpful to you. If it was, do let me know in the comment section. And recommend this to maybe any creator that you know is struggling. It just might help them. They might pick out something from it that might help them grow their channel from point A to point B. Okay. And yeah, guys, before I wrap up this video, I'm going to go straight to our shout out. And if you're new here, I try to shout out small YouTubers because I know I needed that push when I started out. And yeah, today's shout out goes to Cheta's Diary at Cheta's Diary _59. She says she creates lifestyle videos in Jos Plateau State, Nigeria. And yeah, she really wanted the shout out. So you guys should go and support her. Go and watch her videos, interact. I watch her video. I mean, she's another Cheta. So of course, she's coming with the Cheta energy. You know. You guys should go and support her, encourage her, like her videos, interact with them. And if you want your own shout out, do let me know the name of your channel and what you do in the comment section. And you just might be the next to get a shout out. Okay. Thank you guys so much for watching. And yeah, guys, don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. And I'll see you guys in next week's video. Bye.